Okay, what we're going to try and do is we're just trying to explain the core features of Ambit in just 3 or 4 minutes. So we just want to go through the basic stuff. So, Dickon, do you want to start off by just saying, what's the core features?
Yeah, the way that we've organised Ambit is for it to be extremely simple in the field for someone who is working remotely, who maybe hasn't got the benefit of a large team right beside them, but has got maybe a mobile phone. But they need grab rails of core items, we call them stance things, that they can hold on to. So we've kind of looking at
just before we go on, okay, why have they got to hang on to something? What's the idea of these grab rails?
The idea is that the kind of work that Ambit involves is working often out of the clinic. It's working in the street or in a young person's home or in some setting that the young person has designated as safe. Assuming that we've agreed that it's safe enough for our worker to be there, that's where the work would take place. Okay. So it's like to be a bit anxiety provoking for the worker. So this is how to help them to work effectively when things are a little bit dodgy. And essentially what we're talking about is we've kind of designed what we would say are sort of 8 of these stance features.
These are the sort of parts of
Yeah. And I'm not sure if I've drawn 8 or what, but let's see where we go with that. And those connect in, like that, to 4 of the core parts of the practice. And all of them are bound by this core sort of ultimate overpinning, we like to see it as the glue that holds everything together, which is mentalising or mentalisation-based practice. Okay. So I'm not going into what those are, because people could look at those in other parts of the manual. Okay. But that's the issue. There are 4 stance things that if you're ever stuck in the field, lost and at sea, or wondering why is it not working, these are things that you might be able to grab for, a bit like the grab rails in a tube train when it's all rocking around. If you can remember these, you're on with a chance of keeping hold of kind of evidence-based practice.
Okay. And these 4, and just say what these 4 bits here.
These are more practice elements. Okay. These are more things that you might actually see someone doing, as opposed to ways that someone might be in the work in their relationship, or things that they might be focusing on in the work. Okay. But that's the basic idea of core practice. It's a very the idea is to make it user-friendly, simple, and that each of these have some relation to our reading of the literature and the evidence about what works.
Okay. So just to summarise so you've got in the middle, you've got mentalisation, which obviously people will need to have some more sort of thoughts about and get an understanding of that. And then you've got 4 key bits of practice, and then round the edge of that you've got these 8 core kind of elements of how you just approach the work. There's a sort of starting point about what you're sort of aim to get, a sort of state of mind that you have
states of mind, or a focus, or a balancing between different features. Because the work that we do is not simple work. It's not like replacing a hip. I don't think that is simple, but it's simple in one way. You can put a simple manual to how to do that a little bit more easily than the kind of work that we're doing. So we think about stance as a way of standing with the young person and the family.
Okay,
let's leave it at that.
Okay.